'Cause little Susie Citizen just called and said she's fat. And yeah, she eats McDonald's fries for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but McDonald's fries are skinny fries and they should make her thinner. Yeah, and though the label lists all the dietary stats, nowhere does it say that this food will make you fat. Nowhere does it say that if you eat this every day, your ass will sag and gut'll hang and that's the price you'll pay. No, this is all McDonald's fault, those greedy sons of bitches. Let's sue them all to hell so we can steal all of their riches, 'cause who are we to judge or to lay blame at mommy's feet? She can't be held accountable for what her daughter eats. It's not her job to pick and choose what Susie eats for dinner, 'cause the oven takes forever and the drive-thru line is quicker. No, this is all McDonald's fault. No, excuse me.
Whose fault?
How was she to know that her daughter wasn't healthy? McDonald's should have warned her it's the duty of the wealthy. So Susie is a victim of McDonald's greedy trade, and the time is ripe for cashing in and we can all get paid. So let's get this class in action and let's get ourselves to court to see who we can pin this on and who we can extort. 1 lawyer, 2 lawyer, 3 lawyer, 4. The ambulance just pulled up and they're breaking down the door. 5 lawyers, 6 lawyers, 7 lawyers, 8. There's been another tragedy and there's no time to waste. 9 lawyers, 10 lawyers bursting at the seams, 'cause Mickey D's is getting screwed and that's the stuff of dreams. Nurse, nurse. We need another lawyer up in OR number 3, 'cause a woman spilled her coffee and her burns are 3rd degree. See, little Mrs. Innocent was driving in the breeze with her cup of boiling horror cradled safe between her knees. Oh, how was she to know her cup of coffee would be hot, that it was boiled in a pot and it would spill if it was dropped? It's not like she's a scientist, McDonald's coffeeologist. She's just an average person who expects her coffee cooled in a sealed metal cube to be extracted through a tube. So when she turned the corner and the coffee spilled out on her, just imagine her surprise to find her legs were being burned, to see her paper cup upturned, bought with the money she had earned. Oh, what a senseless tragedy. Let's blame it all on Mickey D's, and since it isn't her fault and it seems we can't sue Asphalt, we might as well try taking them for everything they're worth. 'Cause they should be responsible for all things that are possible and should be held accountable for stupid things that people do. People just like me and you who eat too many greasy foods and haven't yet discovered that a cup of coffee's hot, that it's boiled in a pot and it will spill if it is dropped. So common sense be damned, she'll take the money if she can and buy a brand new Bentley while she sticks it to the man. Lawsuit, 2 suit, 3 suit, 4. The courts are overcrowded and they're coming up with more. 9, excuse me. What comes after 4? 5 suits, 6 suits, 7 suits, 8. Everybody's eating off of someone else's plate. 9 suits, 10 suits, what a crying shame, 'cause nothing's ever your fault when there's someone else to blame. Nurse, nurse. We need another lawyer in the trauma unit now. There's a patient full of bullets and his time is running out. His family is crying while they're watching daddy dying, and the lawyer's in the corner plotting on another client. But in the midst of grieving, while still on her knees and weeping, the angry widowed wife decides that someone has to pay, that someone must be held to blame, some sort of reparations gained. But the man who did the shooting was a poor man with a gun, and the price of all he owned was just a measly little sum. Oh, if only we could squeeze $1 from a loaded gun, we could count up all the bullets and sue each and every one. But the poor man goes to prison and the bullets get removed, so the widow and her lawyer will need someone else to sue. And why not sue the dealer or the maker of the guns or the U.S. Constitution for the right to carry one? Then go and find the rope maker and lock him up in chains, and we'll sue his ass to hell for every man that ever hanged. Bring in all the manufacturers of all the tools of death, and we'll blame them for our actions till there's not a penny left. So let's get this class in action and let's get ourselves to court to see who we can pin this on and who we can extort. 1 judge, 2 judge, 3 judge, 4. The precedent's been set, so prepare for plenty more. 5 judge, 6 judge, 7 judge, 8. His hands are in your pocket and he's cradling your fate. 9 judge, 10 judge, who's above the law and can't be held accountable for anything at all. Nurse, nurse. Get every lawyer in the place and send them all upstairs, 'cause smoking causes cancer and the public's unaware. Oh, how were we to know that carcinogens were harmful? It's not like there's a warning or a label you can turn to. It's not like there's a surgeon or a general to warn you, as if we could be responsible for what we do and don't do, as if we as human beings could just be left to our devices, expected by the government to moderate our vices. How utterly ridiculous, how utterly absurd then to think that we could handle such a steep and heavy burden, to think addicted, we could choose what kind of drugs we want to use, what kind of fully legal chemicals we will and won't abuse. No, this is all tobacco's fault. Those greedy sons of bitches burn them at the stake and light the fire with their riches. Cause look at all the smiles on their greedy little faces, sailing on their mega yachts to warm exotic places. They got rich and we got sick, and life just isn't fair. Why should they have everything? The court should make them share. So let's gather all the smokers and we'll file us a claim to see if there's a billionaire the courts will let us blame. 1 dummy, 2 dummy, 3 dummy, 4. Steal the rich's riches and return them to the poor. 5 dummy, 6 dummy, 7 dummy, 8. Tort reform is coming, but it's probably too late. 9 dummies, 10 dummies, who you gonna sue? When we run out of villains, then we're coming after you. Yeah.